Mechanical keyboards have, up until now, been stuck with single colour backlighting, which, while great for the basic ability to see the keys in the dark, isn't so great for, well, showing off to your friends. Introducing the Corsair Gaming K70 RGB. This is not only the first mechanical switch keyboard to have full multicolour RGB backlighting, it's also set to be the only one for a while, as Corsair has exclusive access to the newly developed Cherry MX RGB switches that it uses. Indeed, the two companies have co-developed the new switch. What has enabled the new switch to offer RGB backlighting is that it's almost completely translucent. The LEDs are then actually mounted on the circuit board below, whereas previous backlit Cherry switches actually had a single LED embedded within each switch. So that's the basics behind this keyboard's technology, but what can it actually do? Well, with the help of Corsair's gaming software, you can program this keyboard to do just about anything. Keys can be mapped to perform different functions, like macros, to fill in a whole block of text with one key press, to replicate mouse actions, and you can even change the DPI of your mouse. You can of course assign different profiles for different applications too, and most obviously you can tweak the lighting. Now, there's no two ways about this. Setting up the lighting is a long and head-scratching process. The software does a pretty poor job of making things easy for you. There are no preloaded profiles to get you started, and making lighting schemes for yourself is slow, tedious, and at least at first, confusing. However, it is powerful software, and with enough time and patience you can get it to do some clever things. You can basically assign 3 layers of lighting: static background lighting, animated foreground lighting, and then type lighting, which is activated when you press a key. With these tools we were able to create a simple shooting gun animation with keys that light up red momentarily when you press them. Others have created matrix-style falling green rain, sinusoidal waves, and much more. It's great fun, and with enough time and patience, or if you download the profiles from elsewhere, you can create lighting schemes that help guide you through different apps such as Photoshop, as well of course as different key maps for games. So that's the lighting. As for the rest of the keyboard, it's basically the same core platform as the original Corsair K70, which is no bad thing. Its key selling point is that it uses a lovely thick sheet of brushed aluminium for its top surface, which just looks great. The underside is plastic, but it features feet at both the front and rear, so it gives more angle options than most, which is a nice touch. The keys are also great. They have a lovely matte black finish and are great to type on. Extras are kept to a minimum though. There are no screens or extra macro keys, though a selection of multimedia keys is included in the top right. You get all the usual playback buttons, plus mute, and a lovely knurled metal volume wheel, and there are 2 buttons for locking the Windows keys and adjusting the backlight brightness. It's a pretty decent selection, and if you need those extra macro keys, you can move up to the K95 RGB. However, we can't really excuse or fathom the removal of the USB hub which used to be on the K70. It's a small feature, but if you're paying more, you don't expect to lose features. Priced at around £130, you're paying about £25 more than the old K70, which would seem about fair except for the annoying removal of that USB hub. The Corsair Gaming K70 RGB then is a great premium keyboard for both heavy-duty typers and gamers. The backlight may be more novelty than indispensable tool, but it's still a nice addition, and Corsair has done a great job showcasing the new technology.